Hey people of the verse, welcome to the channel, it's the Eradicator, and in this video we are going to review the latest evolutions regarding the Star Citizen delivery missions. These are of course going to be the legal delivery missions, guys. This is an update that has been done recently with Star Citizen Alpha 3.10.2. And surprisingly, they have updated the rewards for the legal missions to 8,000 Alpha UEC. But if you are taking the ones from the personal tab, they still seem to be paying 6,000 Alpha UEC, which is very weird. Now, crime doesn't really pay, right? I mean, you would expect that if you pick up a little package of illegal goods, perhaps you would be rewarded with extra money, but that is not the case in this patch. So obviously, maybe QA or they must have forgotten something, but this is something that I believe should be voiced out, because even though I am not a criminal player, this is something that should not be happening, in my opinion. Anyway, I also noticed, at least from the batch of missions that I'm seeing here around Macrotech, that the deliveries do make a little more sense. It does appear that there are more possibilities now to be doing pickups and drop-ups at places where I will be able to do a little bit of trade at the same time, because this is something that was possible to do in previous delivery missions. We were just randomly picking, this package, this package, this package from various missions. We could also select places where we could buy goods and sell goods when we arrive, and that was a great way to add extra money to our account. The way I was seeing those delivery missions in the past, when we were able to do that, was that these delivery missions were the pretext, the excuse to do a little bit of trading and discover various places around planetary system. And I am glad, at least here on Macrotech, I am glad that this seems to be something that is possible to do, and I will definitely be trying that. And for that, obviously, to do delivery missions, maybe a Caterpillar is not the best option, because you are going to have to do a lot of pickups and drop-ups, including also at padlockers at some of the rooftops on Macrotech. So you don't want to have a massive ship like a Starfarer or a Caterpillar. That's maybe not a good idea. I would think that maybe the biggest ship suitable for the task would be a Freelancer Max, which is why today I'm going to fly a Cutlass Black, which has 46 SU of cargo capacity and will be able to do the task just fine. So, where are we going today? We are going to Delta Research Outpost first. That's where we're going to have our first pickup, and I chose to go there because this is obviously a trade outpost where I will be able to buy some commodities, and I think, if I'm correct, that here I'll be able to buy some diamonds that will be later be able to be sold somewhere else. I wonder if I'm going to be able to sell diamonds at MIC L1, which is the next place I'll be going to. I have another pickup at MIC L1, and my last pickup will be at a landing pad on Macrotech. So what I'm going to do is after we if I can't sell the diamonds at MIC L1, then I'll be going to the commons, and that's where I'll be selling the diamonds, and then from the commons we'll be doing our last pickup. And I think that the drop-off is going to be on Calliope, which is then going to allow for another purchase of communities, which will then be enabling another sell of communities at a TDD at Macrotech. So as you can see, when you do those delivery missions, yeah, sure, they do pay 8,000 Alpha UEC, but you really want to optimize your pickups and drop-ups as much as possible so that you can also trade and earn some extra cash at the same time, which is really going to make worth your time, especially if you have a smaller ship like a Cutlass, which doesn't allow you to do as much profit as you would do with a Freelancer Max, a Starfarer, or a Caterpillar. Anyway, so for those of you who have never been here at some of the research outposts, the Cutlass is actually a small ship, so there are two pads here, but I think that the Cutlass is actually small enough to be able to be landed much closer to wherever we have to do our pickups, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. You can see I'm making sure that I am outside of the impounding zone, because otherwise they would think that I'm going to obstruct ground vehicles. But you can see I'm just outside the place where I'm going to do some pickups, and that is going to also save you a lot of time, especially if you are going to some of those places and planets and moons where the temperatures can be a little bit cold, right? Your character may be stuck in a storm, and when this happens you can be a little bit slow and you are basically wasting your time. Remember that when you are playing in Star Citizen, time is money. It's not the payout that counts, it is how much money you are making per hour. So very easy peasy here. The pickup is just on one of those shells, and then we'll be going back to the ship before going to the trade terminal. And so here we are at the train terminal. For those of you who have never been, it's always the little orange light that you have on the outside. Seems like this server is on the slow side here, because normally, you know, it would be quite fast for the server to recognize my ship. There we go. So diamonds here, we're buying for about 27,000 alpha UEC of diamonds, and we will see later if we can sell them at the rest stop, or if not, we'll be selling them at the commons further down the line. Now, I haven't done much trade at the rest stops. This is maybe an idea, you know, if it's something that you want to see on the channel. What kind of trade can we do at rest stops? We definitely can buy some scrap that we can sell later at Port Orizar, but as far as actual back and forth, you know, two-way trade routes, I am not so sure. So this could be something worth looking at. Anyway, we are now at MIC L1. By the way, for those of you who don't know, this is the Lagrange point 1 of planet Microtech. So I should say call it Micro, but it's spelled M-I-C, so I guess it's MIC. Anyway, let's have ourselves a nice little landing, if possible, without without crashing the ship onto the pad. Here we go. Okay, and that's also another thing that I like with the Cutlass, is that it's obviously much faster to land a smaller ship at one of the pads than landing a bigger ship at some of the hangars of those rest stops. So, here we go, let's go in. Now, I noticed that actually, if you don't have a helmet, you have enough time to rush from your ship to the airlock. Now, obviously, you're not going to be in good shape, but I usually end up with 10 to 15% of health points left when I do that. So, if you are a little bit on the daredevil side, then this might be something you may want to look at. So, let's look at let's go to the lobby. And yeah, it takes a little bit of time and patience, because the pads are located quite far from the actual lobby. It takes about 4 kilometers sometimes, so that can definitely be a little bit annoying. Let's just be honest. Now, you may notice here that I am removing my helmet. Why am I doing that? That's because if you can see here on the meters on the bottom left, I have only 64% now of hydration. I don't know why. Sometimes it does appear that we need to drink, that our characters are dehydrating. Sometimes it doesn't seem to be happening. Probably a bug, right? Because this is something that should always be happening, in my opinion. So that means that after we pick up, or actually before we pick up our box, I'm going to get a drink. Of course, we're going to go for a drink, and there are a couple of choices. So let's go to the bar and see if the bars are fixed. And no, the bars are still empty. This is very unfortunate, because in the patch notes for Star Citizen 3.10.1, we were told that the bartenders would be appearing at the rest stops as well as patrons, but it's not the case. Now, I am at Elroy's. Elroy's is supposed to be the Starbucks of the future in Star Citizen, and I'm really wondering why I can't buy any coffee at Elroy's. Same here. At the juice bar, I want to buy some juice. I can't buy any juice. But the ugly NPC here is definitely talking to me, though. So, yeah, I think that CIG definitely still needs to be working on shops. That's incredible. At Elroy's, I can't buy any coffee, but I can buy burritos, though. But here, if I go to the pizza place, I can't buy pizza, but I can buy an energy drink, which is what we are going to go for. All right, let's drink this one. Let's do this very quickly. I'm not going to do any RP here. Just drink, 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 drink. That little meter that you see on the bottom right is how empty the bottle goes. So the more you drink it, and by the way, you can't drink and walk at the same time, so you have to stop every time to drink. There you go. You can see it is emptying a little bit at the same time as well. And we will be walking now towards where the admin is located, because this is obviously where the box that we need to pick up is going to be located. At the admin now. All right, let's open this. And first, I want to see if they are buying any of the diamonds. I would be a little bit surprised because they usually buy medical supplies and alcohol and steams here. Let's see. Yeah, they're not detecting any valuable commodities here. So that's all right. Let's do our pickup. So let's click on pickup here at the box, and we should, in theory, have that little hatchlet here open, and the box is going to be come out. But it seems like the machine is stuck and it is not working at all. How could that be? Could it be because of other server issues? And this is the next thing that I wanted to talk about, guys. I think that one of the major issues that is plaguing Star Citizen Alpha 3.10 right now are its server issues. I think that we have reached a point where we are at a similar place where we were with 3.2. You know, if you remember Star Citizen Alpha 3.0, 3.1, 3.2, we were at a major bottleneck that prevented any progress or any improvements from happening, because we desperately needed object container streaming. Object container streaming eventually came in and the frames got much better. Then we had our next bottleneck, which was server-side object container streaming in Star Citizen Alpha 3.8. And with 3.8 we were able to have a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit of more content. I'm thinking about well, for example, Planet Markotech and the Commons and some of the extra rest stops. But we are now stuck. The next bottleneck that we're having right now is the servers, and for servers to be eased, for servers to have increased performance, we need to have iCache, but especially we need to have server meshing, so that each area where you are going into is going to have its own instance instead of the server being an entire instance. You can see how long it took. I just got in here in the admin, and this is where finally the box decided to come out of the machine. It took about 2 minutes of me, talking about different servers for the box to come out. This is just not something that is right, and that needs to be fixed ASAP. And I'm afraid that Star Citizen 3.11 is not going to get any better if we don't get server meshing ASAP. So the next pickup is going to be at one of the pads at New Babbage, and since I'm at New Babbage, I decided to hop in over there at the Commons. I'm going to land just outside right here on the ice and say, right, why don't you land at the pad? As I often say in those videos, the pads, especially if they are of larger size, the pads are from some of the biggest ship. That is etiquette 101, if I may say so. I know that some of you in the comments disagree and said, right, if I see a pad, I'm just going to land on it. Okay, yeah, sure, but you are going to make people with larger ships a little bit upset. You don't need to land on a pad if you have a ship like a Cutlass. In fact, I could have even parked the Cutlass a little bit further up here, but the weather is fine. We're having some beautiful sunny weather here at New Babbage, and I can run all the way back to the surface entrance, so that's not going to be much of a big deal here. add the TDD now, and let's see how much money we are making for the diamonds. Let's select the location. Should be the Cutlass. You know, that server is not fantastic. I know I've already complained a little bit before, so just go buy and sell. And there it is. There's the Cutlass. Why do I have astatine? That is weird. But let's sell the diamonds here for 33,000 alpha UC. Oh, I think I know why I have the astatine. That's because one of the boxes is astatine, so I could actually sell it. And that's pretty cool. Just one box of astatine, 108 alpha UEC. What if I picked a 10? You know, that's a free. That's free 1,000 alpha UEC. Maybe if servers don't die. Yeah, look at that, 108 alpha UEC. Interesting. Maybe if servers don't die, I could try later do some investigation mission and pick up as many boxes as possible. Why not? Why not? Anyway, so yeah, that's 7,000 alpha UEC is here. It's in the pocket, meaning that if I complete the mission, I am making at least 15,000 alpha UEC, but I do hope to be doing a little bit of trade on Calliope and come back and sell the result of that trade as well, so that maybe we can get into the 20-ish thousand alpha UEC, which is not too bad if you're doing legal activities with the Cutlass. Speaking of the Cutlass, we are back in the Cutlass, and now we are going to go to that pad, which is on one of the rooftops of New Babbage. And guys, I am doing something. I'm going to do something that I've always wanted to do. I just never had the chance or the time to do that, but it seems that our pickup here is 11 kilometers away and it's in the middle of the city. So what are we going to do? We are going to fly between skyscrapers, guys. Time to test the flying skills of this Cutlass, and I am so happy that this is something that we are able to do here at New Babbage, and we don't have those no-fly zones. So let's have a little bit of fun here. And yeah, so we're gonna fly between those ones. We just, you know, getting some inclination maybe around this one as well. There you go. Let's turn a little bit using the thrusters. This is really not easy because the Cutlass doesn't have much aerodynamic features, so I have to play with the thrusters a lot to get the vector that I want. By the way, speaking of the vector, you can see what your vector is, because it's that little crosshair that you have in front of you that eventually moves wherever you are moving, right? So we passed some kind of CBD. This area of New Babbage seems to be a little bit less busy. Still a couple of roofs here, and it appears that our pickup is going to be on the very top of that very interesting skyscraper, which seems to be lonely here in the middle of areas that are a little bit flatter. So let's gain a little bit of altitude, and that is where we will be landing. All right, looks like a very decent spot here with plenty of room. Interesting, I don't see the entrance. It's probably in one of those buildings, I suppose, right? So let's land there, and we'll try to figure out where the pickup is. Now, interestingly, the icon seems to be in the air, so I do hope that there is no bug here. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Oh, what is going on? Oh, that is not good. Oh, that is a very strange bug. I think that I can't even get into the seat. I have to go into a co-pilot seat. Oh, that is very oh, there's the entrance where I'm supposed to be. And so what happened is that I landed the ship on the place where I was supposed to be going into, and we've completely bugged the ship, and we've completely bugged the game. So unfortunately, guys, and you can see I'm trying to the ship has completely lost power. I can't. I know I'm in the co-pilot seat because I can't even go to the pilot seat. But here I'm afraid that I'm going to have. So here's what I'm gonna do. Obviously, this is not gonna work. So I'm going to drop off my boxes, and I'll kill myself and come with another ship, pick up those boxes, and pick up the box here as well for our final delivery. Hopefully, this one is going to work. Guys, seriously, this is one of the most ridiculous things that I've ever experienced in Star Citizen. I am back at the landing pad. Let's try to have a good parking location here, not too far from the Cutlass that is stuck inside that landing pad. All right, the landing is complete. Let's try to pick up the boxes and finish doing what we came for. Now, luckily, I am so glad that I went to the commons first to sell the diamonds. Otherwise, I would have lost the cargo. So, as you can see, we've got the 2 boxes here that are down. So let's carry this one first and let's bring it back into the Cutlass. I've wasted a lot of time, of course, for the purpose of this video here. All of this is edited, but in real time it took me 14 minutes to come back here because, of course, you know, what was my last location where I legally landed? That was on Mikhail 1. So when I killed myself, I respawned not at Port Tressler and not at Nubabage as well, but at Mik N1 too. Now I'm opening those little shares here because I put the boxes inside and I want to be hashtag professional. Oh boy, I can't pick up this one. It appears that the estatin here is not pickable. Well, that's okay. Let's try the last one, the last box here at the at the delivery box, and we are going to see if we can pick it up or not. I wish that this is the moment where I wish I had a little music to to make you guys wait, but it appears that once again it is bugged and it is not working at all. But we got 2 problems now. We got 1 bugged pickup machine and we've got 1 bugged box that is not going to allow me to pick up the box. So that's basically it for this video, guys. Delivery missions are so bugged because of server issues that I cannot recommend you guys to do it. I have wasted so much time trying to do that for just a mere 8,000 of UEC plus the peanuts that I would eventually make by doing all of the trades. I think that CIG seriously needs to find ways to improve server stability and server performance, because we have definitely reached a critical point in my opinion. That's all for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget that this month we've got a giveaway. We are giving away a Tombril Nova tank. All you have to do to get some winning is to be a subscriber of the channel and comment to any videos posted this month related to Star Citizen. The winner will be announced in a couple of days. That is a giveaway that is brought to us by the generous Buzz69, a member of this community. Please consider giving this video a like and subscribe to the channel, even if you don't want to join the giveaway, because it's also really helping me grow the channel a lot. I've been Eradicator. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys later.